Wow. This Terrance Gangsta with AKOG Giggity. Listen, I got a legend. I got a legend today from Philly. Look, hold on. What part of Philly you from, man?
Come on, man. Uptown, Haines Street, man.
Oh, so you really from Philly? Like you ain't from like on the outskirts. You know, people claim Philly, but be from the outskirts.
Come on,
You,
man. Come on, man. I don't know nothing about none of that. I'm listen. I'm
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 listening.
I'm 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 born in Temple Hospital. Stayed on Area Avenue when I was 8, and then went uptown, Haines Street, Four Deuce, Haynes and Money, man.
And that's where you been at.
Haynes and Money. I don't know nothing about no. Who be claiming it? Come on, man. Come
Your
on.
name is sad. I just want to make sure you from Philly
No,
because
I'm from the inner city, man, from Philadelphia.
okay. So let me ask you this because I know how like me when I since I've been home, I've been hearing about the Draco, the FNNs, and the switches. Like some people feel like that's something new. What's your take on that?
I'm gonna be brief with this. And like I said, we always do the cautionary tale for the youngest to try to save their life. That's the only reason I get on these joints, man. From a personal standpoint, you go back to the '80s and all that stuff. Me personally, my case and how I came to how I wound up in federal prison. I ran into a little bit of trouble in late '93, some street stuff. When you, it wasn't switches back then, but what wound up getting me in trouble and putting me on the federal radar at 18 years old was my uncle, Raheem Allah. He's deceased now. Some older guys wound up robbing him. They wound up robbing my uncle. And he wasn't, he was a hustler, but he wasn't a street guy, if you know the difference. He hustled out of necessity. He had a regular job. But my uncle was, he was a good dude. They wound up robbing him for about $5,000 or $10,000 worth of material. Um, and they was about 10 years older than me. So I got wind of it pretty quickly. And I was a little nervous. I actually was a little scared at the time because I heard their reputation, and I actually talked to them about an hour after they robbed them, and they kind of threatened me and, said, they knew I was, and when they catch me, what they was going to do. And my brother, man, I wound up getting with my brother, and he plugged me in with some people. And these people, they told me they had access to any kind of toys I wanted, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I immediately jumped on that because I had that situation, another situation over some blocks, one in West Philly and one in Frankfurt, that I was doing business on. So I don't, back then, the biggest thing I had saw was far as a handgun. You see the 4.4s. This the early '90s. You see the 4.4s. You see the auto mags. Stuff you see in movies, but in person, I think the biggest thing I saw was a 4.4 or 4.1 Magnum. These guys, when they came in the picture, I just called them Mohawk and Face. I told them about my situation. They told me it was a couple $100 across the board for anything I wanted. I didn't really believe it. But what wound up happening was, like I said, the guys was threatening me, and I bought some toys off these guys. Now I don't find out until I actually use one of the toys that it didn't belong on the street or that it was a modified weapon. It was a modified weapon. It was a handheld Uzi. But they didn't come, or the inner cities didn't have them in 3-round bursts, full auto, and what specifically put me on federal radar, I found out about 2 months down the line, was this was a handheld Uzi and 45 automatic, 22 round clips. And anyway, they tried to make good on their promise a little bit after they threatened me. And we was at a stoplight in this neighborhood, middle of the day, broad daylight. And in between me and their car was a elderly couple. I found out, when I'll tell you about that in a minute. And they got out and they did what they did. Um, like I said back then, the biggest thing I think I seen the report, they wound up having a Browning high power and a regular 357. This modified Uzi, which I thought this was a regular Uzi at the time. Like I didn't know no better. I was 17, 18 years old. it wound up ending things pretty quickly. It wound up ending things pretty quickly with these two individuals, right? And
Mhm.
they did tell, they didn't know my real name, but they did tell both of them. This thing knocked one of their spleens out, tore half of the other dude leg off below the knee. Um, and if it wasn't for this elderly lady in the car, man, because like I said, I had up until that point, I had never been in a shootout. Um, but this joint, this weapon, it was so loud and emptied so fast that it just was crazy, man. But anyway, fast forward about a month later, me and my cousin and his best friend, we drive and we in North Philly. I'm in the back seat because they in the hospital. I heard they was telling on me, so I'm kind of laying low, but I'm in the back seat when we get to the issue of modified weapons and switches. This 30 years ago. Two black vans surround the car. Like I said, I was 18, a couple months after my 18th birthday. They come from everywhere. Detectives, what I found out after I was in the Fed 6 years later, ATF agents, and the first thing they asked when they pulled me out that back seat was, "Where's this gun?" Now I'm like, I don't know what y'all. What's up? What y'all talking about? They said, "Man, where's the gun? That shit don't belong on the street. Where's it at? You lucky them two dudes didn't check out and we want the gun. You can get 30 years for that gun alone." I find out later in the line that you need a conviction to actually get the 30 years of prior conviction. But, that was they rap and all that. I was seasoned down by then. So, of course, they didn't get the weapon, but they wanted that weapon off the street. And, it's just like these kids now, they got these modified switches in their hands and they think they doing something. But every time you pick up a newspaper or watch an article, in Philly, I don't know how it is all around the country, they winding up down the federal building. They looking at a mandatory sentence, man. So they not reinventing the wheel. The
Right.
modified weapons and them switches been around way before they was born.
So let me ask you this, because I'm listening to what you say. The person got all hit up. So really, you had the tool, but you had your head turned, squeezing.
No, I didn't have my head turned. What happened was I saw them and I saw them approaching the car. I actually did. I exited the car, my car, and we was face to face. The cowards tried to shoot me in the back. They tried to shoot me in the back. They wanted to shoot me in the back or run down on the car. You know what I mean? But I saw them. Like I said, it was my car, an elderly couple, and them. I'm playing the rear view because like I said, I was scared. I already know they looking for me, and I'm semi looking for them because I know they are too. And it just went my way that day. It just
Okay.
went my way that day. That's all.
So like
It could have went the other way.
all right, now for my listeners, I want to talk about federal prison,
Right.
because you and I met in USP McQuarrie. What happened when you went to USP Beaumont, bloody Beaumont? Was there any
Oh
kind of
man.
vibe that got you right, got your mind right?
It was violence every day. So much violence that the average person, it was so much violence that even the most violent criminals that I came across, they couldn't even believe it. That's what kind of violence it was. From start to finish, as soon as I got on the compound, my second day there, a dude got locked in the sock, jumped off the tail, like I said, and broke everything. This was in 24 hours of me getting there. Hours within me getting there, the staff wound up, the SIS sergeant, I forget his name, big white boy. He told me I was gonna need two knives. Like I said, I'm like, two knives? He's like, yeah. You're gonna need your plexiglass knife to get through the metal detectors. And you're gonna need a steel joint for when you and your homies, y'all get into it on the yard, because y'all gonna get into it. It's gonna be something. I'm like, oh, this the staff. I had been to like I said, I had been to in a bunch of layovers, and I had did time at Islandwood and McQuarrie while I left you. I had been to Lewisburg. I had been, all over the country in Atlanta, but I had never experienced that type of violence, man. That it was they call it bloody Beaumont for a reason. Yeah, they
Mm,
call it bloody Beaumont for a reason. People was dying and getting assaulted every day. Every day. Every day.
wow, that's crazy. So was you there when one of the brothers got hit up?
Yeah, Jabril Rome, Raheem Allah out of DC. Jabril passed away. It was real bad, man. Jabril passed away in late 2007. We was there. He was in the SHU, which is supposed to be the most secure place in the jail, segregated housing unit. And from what we found out, or what we was told, the Islamic community I'm talking about, he invited two violent dudes, man, to his private part. That's their story. That's their story. People that's already violent, they violent prone, they don't need a reason to kill. You know that firsthand. That was their provocation or whatever story they cooked up once they were caught and detained and put on trial. It was that he disrespected them. They made the knives out the bed. You know how that go. Um, they on the way to the yard, you get a mandatory hour rec. They slipped their handcuffs, got stabbed the guard 50, 60 something times, took his keys, walked down to Jabril's cell, told his cellie to get under the bed, which he did immediately. And Jabril came to. I think he was on the top bunk. He tried to break past him. They let him go. Of course, he was locked in on the tier, and they eviscerated him with them knives, man. They stabbed the little brother to death, man. He was a small guy in stature. So that was late 2007. They stabbed him like a total of 100 something times
Mm.
on in the SHU.
Do you
Yeah.
think you think if his celly would have tried to help him, that he would have had a fighting chance?
Nah. Yeah. I mean, we're not talking like they had guns, but at least maybe both of them would have made it out there with their life if that coward didn't if he didn't get under the bed. And
He got up
I'm,
under the
I'm just
bed because I'm
not
thinking he
just
could have,
going to huh?
because he could have grabbed a mattress or something to try to use it for a shield or something, man.
Yeah, yeah. It would have. I mean, if it was 1-on-1, I didn't. You're gonna hear parts of the story, but I didn't hear like these was no big dudes. And we know just by just the last name, one of them was named Garcia. You don't really see too many big Spanish dudes. So I don't think they was big guys. So I'm pretty sure, but we don't want to get religious on them, but because of Allah, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he say when it's time for the bot, you're gonna go, you can go to the highest mountain. It was just time to go. It was just time to go. But sure, if we talking hypothetically, had his celly not got under that bunk, he would have stood a fighting chance.
Mm.
And we stayed down for about 2 weeks after that. Um, and then the saddest thing during my tenure in the penitentiary, or one of them, a guy that don't bother nobody, that's not gang affiliated, like I said. And we wasn't a gang, we call it cars. But he wasn't even into that. Little dude out of I think he was out of Virginia on his way home, named Ronald Joseph. He got strangled to death in that same SHU. They wound up sleeping with the body for 3 or 4 days until I guess he started smelling. Um, they asphyxiated the little brother. These two dudes out of Baltimore. And they actually told the staff don't put him in the cell. They was gonna kill him. But he wasn't affiliated. He wasn't Muslim. He just was a good dude. He was doing time. I don't even know why he was in the penitentiary. I don't know why they put that. I had met him. He was one of the first dudes I met when I got there. He used to have a what you call it with the numbers and stuff. He ran
Ticket.
the ticket. And I guess he got caught doing that. So they put him in the SHU, and they was told at the door, don't put him in here. We gonna knock him down. And I heard they either sprayed something in the cell. It's a little rotten guard. I can't think his name. I think because you're supposed to cuff up when somebody coming in the cell. I don't even know why it was 3 to no cell down there, but Beaumont, they had a rule down Beaumont. I don't know if it was penitentiary wide. The yard people were so scared to come on the yard that they made a rule while I was there. You can come stay 6 months in the SHU and then get transferred. So maybe that's why the hole was so crowded that they tried to put 3 to a cell. They tried to put him in there and they strangled him. And down there, out of however many inmates, like 90% is lifers. So there's no stand-up count in Beaumont. There's no stand-up count. You talking about the guard come back, guards don't even come to the cell talking about stand-up. Life, get away from my cell. So that's how they was able to sleep with the body. And everybody can Google it. It's them two incidents, 2000, late 2007 and early 2008. They on Google on the bloody Beaumont under Beaumont, all the murders that happened down there. You know,
Mm.
and like I said, when I got there, the tone was already set because the boy from DC that didn't last a day. I forget his name. They got a video up of him on YouTube. I think his name Barnes or something. He didn't last a day. They stabbed him 100-something times and left him in the bunk. His cellie found him and damn near had a heart attack. So it was already it it wasn't for the faint of heart down that joint, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, it wasn't for the faint of heart.
Yeah, I saw that on the computer in the feds about the one that hit the little brother. He had come from Coleman and came to Beaumont, and he was from DC, but he wasn't right, and he got him in the cell and hit him up.
Yeah, yeah, that happened right before I got there. I got there Ramadan 2006. But I didn't even know it. They don't tell you. You should have got like a warning when you got there. He wasn't like that's a newer jail compared to the Atlantas and the. It was from the time they opened that joint. There had been murders happening there and assaults. Like I said, when I got there, dude messed up count. I'm like, damn. They talking about somebody missing. He in a drainage ditch down that joint. He he was he was in a drainage ditch down that joint. That joint was crazy, bro. It ain't. It,
Well, he was alive. He was alive in the drainage ditch.
he was down there stabbed up. I don't know if he checked or not. I'm just saying he was missing. You know how they tell me somebody escaped? He was over there near the last unit, near my unit over there in the drainage ditch.
Hmm.
He was over there near the drainage ditch. That junk, bro, listen, we on the yard, I told you. We on the yard. And I didn't even know they had live rounds in the tower. But they told the Aryan boy on my block don't be serving black dudes. So we walking the track. We used to mess with the lady guards every weekend. Me and my man, me and my man Mustafa, we used to walk the track.
Yeah, I
You
know you
know,
MO.
yeah, we throw our vests on. We walk the track. We got them New Orleans. We got the Reeboks on. We,
That's how you
we
recorded,
got the
right?
smell. Huh?
That's how you record. That's how you got shit to go by. Okay, go ahead.
I ain't mess with that white woman. I ain't mess with
I'm
that
here.
white lady.
I'm here. Go ahead. Go
No,
ahead, boy.
listen. So we walking the track. So I know they done told him don't be serving black dudes. We done heard it. So he didn't help them terrorize another Aryan nation boy. So we walking the track. It's nighttime. I guess it's around, it's fall time because it's early, but it's dark. We walking the track. Man, they pounding this white boy brains in the track. Man, it's around. They stomping his brains out. So we steady walking because we so used to it now, bro. I was like a year in. I don't even pay it no mind at this point. It's so much violence. It's so I don't pay it no mind. So we might talking to the girl on the gate. She looking. The guards ain't hitting the deuces or nothing. They watching it. White boy stomping him out, punching on him. They come out the tower and tell him, get down on the ground, throw the flashbang. They throwing flashbangs. They still stomping this boy brains out. Man, they reached out the tower, man, shot this white boy dead center square his chest, man. Right in front of all of us on the yard, man, laid him right out. And I said, I got to get out of here. I told you in the last video I was writing your mother. You ain't believe me. I got to get out of here. Tell Kawi I love you. Tell my mom's calling my mother and everything. You got to get me out of here. You got to call Grand Prairie, get me out there. This was a madhouse. It wasn't, listen, it was the kind of place. I got one person close to me, my cousin, Bird. I wrote him and told him he'll never come to federal prison just specifically because of Beaumont. Because everything else was kind of smooth. It's tension there, but it's smooth selling. But I specifically told my cousin, man, about Beaumont. It was so bad and so much bloodshed that people don't believe it. Nobody read no more, right? Everything is on the computer and everything is like this. Dudes don't even take time to read. They got to Google bloody Beaumont and actually read it. And then dudes come like after I did an interview with you a couple years ago, they like, yo, what the hell you do to get there? They like, man, is you... But I was getting that from other dudes all around the system, and these gangsters I'm talking about, these ain't no cowards or no chumps from their respective cities. Dudes was checking on me like, man, you all right down there? Because we heard what's going on down there. Because when something happened, they don't lock everybody down, but y'all hear it in the other penitentiaries.
Right.
So I was getting a lot of that, man. Like, yo, you okay, man? When is you getting out of there? I'm like, man, I don't know. Cause they had me, what the case they gave me down there with us. So,
Yeah.
man, listen, that white
Oh.
girl, man.
You talk to her since you been home?
I wasn't messing with that white woman, man. Is you crazy? I ain't never
Man,
talked to that white lady, man.
homie, you home now. It's been a long time now, beloved. What did you didn't try to contact
They
her?
say they say controversy sell. I would like to give you a story on that, but that didn't happen, bro. That that was
Uh,
that was that was perception, and
well, that baby she got who that baby belonged to? She got pregnant by an inmate.
she got pregnant by inmate.
Yeah.
Why? What's wrong with you, man? What you
I'm just
trying
telling
to?
she was in my
Okay,
unit.
yeah, but you got a lot of kids though. You know how much time it take to do that. I wasn't there when she got no pregnant.
Well, she might have put your semen in the thing and put it in the freezer.
Yo, you burnt out, man. Yo, you burned out, man. But listen though, I wanted to tell you on the I wanted to tell you, scratching on the transition, man. I see the growth and everything, man. I'm proud of you, man.
Man. Hey
No,
yo, say
what?
bro, we around some crazy bro. We did the lot of people I be trying to let these youngsters know like I like to laugh and play, but when you go there, the federal system is totally different from the state. Like you got different states coming together. So if you get into a war, man, if you outnumbered, man, it's dangerous, man. Okay, how hard
If
is it?
we they not, but see, it's like us growing up, Kyle. They come. One thing I learned, even with your own family members, the males in your family, you can't the cycle of dysfunction, man, and the way we program. I'm not talking about me or you per se, but just the streets. It's really like a thing. It turns into they gotta see for themselves, but then you see for yourself and you don't want no part of it. A lot of like I just told you. I just told you don't want to go down there and you don't want to be in there with no Crips, Bloods, Northern Nathaniels, La M.A., the brand. You don't want to these dudes are super predators, man. These dudes is we not like you ain't come up in no gang, did you?
No.
Me either. Me either. So for them to put a dude in my cell who was a 60-year-old Crip and say he's so cripped out that he won't even use a red toothbrush, you already know what kind of mentality is going on in these jails. Like, and I'm like, what is it, man? You gotta get out of my cell, man. You 60 years old, braids to the back, pants sagging, but there's not no knock on them. This is where they come from. This is how they grew up. This is their life, Philly had gangs in the 50s and 60s and 70s. It died out by the time we was coming up in the streets. The gangs had died out, but it was blocks and all that. But I try to tell dudes, man, like the cars and how they link up. I forgot it was Louisiana. What was it? Louisiana, Mississippi. Y'all might have been
Florida,
plugged in. Florida.
Georgia,
Um, was y'all plugged in with DC?
on certain yards. Or pull
Yeah.
out certain yards decent, like because Bouncer he's deceased now, but Bouncer and Fat will put them together. Certain yards they'll rock with DC.
They rock with DC.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got yeah, because it was Islamically, we had a lot of DC dudes to the Muslims. Well, I ain't really, you know what I mean? So, it's some real, DC get a bad rap on YouTube. I don't know why DC these dudes about like it's everybody from it's bad dudes and sour dudes from everywhere. But for some reason they zero in on DC. I guess to get they views up or whatever. But no, it's some real good solid dudes out of DC.
Hold on, right. Think about this. Think about Philly closing down or Pennsylvania closing down y'all state prison.
Right.
And,
Nah.
or think about Louisiana closing down all Angola, our state prison, and everybody go to the feds. The same thing.
Cause
So
they got the cause they had the numbers.
right,
It
yeah, the
was more
numbers
DC dude. And when we was in there, it was more DC dudes than anybody.
facts.
They go in there for taking a leak on the curb as a federal offense.
Right,
So
yeah.
they
So
was in there, but I'm just saying I don't like the fact that they all get grouped. I don't like that. You can't say that because You know, it's bad dudes, like I said, from everywhere. Dudes making a name off of DC, I'm saying specifically on YouTube, saying all of them into this, all of them homo. No, that's not true. That's not true. That's every other video DC was doing. Man, if you got robbed while you was in there, just say that, man. If a bunch of DC dudes ran down on you with that bet they call it Bethlehem steel and took your commissary, just hey Kyle Willie, if they ran down on you and took your bag, just say that. Cause don't be talking about all bad dudes and all that.
Yeah, bro, that's crazy.
Yeah, don't be talking about them. You know what I'm saying? Cause like I said, it's
Yeah,
different cultures and stuff from everywhere.
facts. Yeah, I never feed into that because, like you said, I done met some good brothers, good dudes, even not who wasn't Muslim from DC that was just, you know, stand up men. So I don't get into that's why you never heard me make videos about DC. And I rock with a lot of guys from DC. But
Now let me ask you this. Now that's the lassie to put a nail in that coffin. You got dudes from New Orleans and Louisiana that you didn't mess with when you was in there?
well,
Oh, I
I
don't know why I'm asking you that. You probably had. Yeah, I don't know why I'm asking you that. You probably.
say hey Razak, listen. That's why you know what I be tripping on how people be talking, but I know that they ain't never come with no jail stories or Boosie did, but I'd have been around some of the realest of the realest. But man, listen, I'm just happy to be free.
You.
I'm happy to be
But
free.
listen to this though. Listen. After our last interviews, I got a bunch of phone calls, right?
Yeah.
And this is my thing when it comes to you specifically. This is my thing. I want everybody to be clear on this, right? It's my brother
Mhm.
in this land. Colossus. That's it. It don't. But this is my thing. He can fly up anytime. You know, act all the stuff y'all want. Tell him to it. You know, I ain't. I don't. I don't know who they think you is, or like maybe because you the civilian stuff. You know. I think that's what it is. You done rebranded yourself and all that. So dudes think, you know what I mean. So I don't get it, man. But I got dudes calling me. I know you's a cold coward. You can't walk in his shoes. What you?
But I know
We
they'll
was
get on
on
the
the
yard.
yard.
Yeah, they'll be checking. Hey, gangster, can I talk? Man, what's up, man? But you know, but here's the thing, like you said, once a person sees you have changed, so they'll try you, you know. And a good brother, we always say, good brother means soft brother. So I just stay focused because I know they'll hide you in that prison. I know they got a cell waiting for anybody that want to jump out there crazy. So I ain't gonna let them trick me out my spot because I done been there
Dude,
already. There.
what you
Cause
put in 26?
man,
What
nah,
you put in?
23 years, 10 months, man.
No, that's the biggest thing. That's what I'm saying about this stuff. Dudes, all the street stuff, right? Stay in your lane, man. Dudes
Mhm.
don't nobody want to stay in their lane.
And the
That's
one thing,
all. Listen, when I was coming up, you had dudes that drive cars, dudes that park cars, and dudes that wash cars. Man, you know you wash cars, man. Just wash the car.
they want to drive it too. Let me go take a trash trip. But
Here go the
hey,
other
bro,
thing. You notice that social media and YouTube has allowed a lot of dudes to rewrite their own history. And like, I'll be watching some of this stuff and listening to these dudes dude talking about he was doing this and doing. I'm like, when? Because I'm when?
say, bro, that's why I be laughing about because I be like, somebody do wouldn't have made it where we been at. Someone would have
No,
been.
no, you need to. I know you don't. It's outrageous. I'm talking about if you're gonna tell a lie on a public forum, at least make it believable. You had dudes talking about they was the biggest thing in the tri-state. Not when I was on those streets.
Mm,
Bro, I came off the step 87. It's not a comment section or social media platform they got that's gonna dispute that. I don't care if you go under a fake name, whatever. If you from Philadelphia, born and raised, and you born in them 70s, you like I don't these dudes, they rewrite history, bro. And then the saddest thing is another thing they mad is you came out and told your truth. Man, you should listen, that LexisNexis is killing dudes, bro. It's like the stuff, yo, man. They talking about the legend this, a legend that. Nah, he ain't no legend, bro. He's still hiding behind what he did. He know what he did. He know what he did, and he ain't being honest about it. Your old head ain't no legend. You know, your old head ain't no legend. But it's crazy, man. But like I said, I think the way you change your life for the better, and you using Mr. Civilian, I see that's something new. I don't know. You done probably copyrighted that. I think that's
Why you worrying
I
about that?
think
Why you worrying about that name, Bill?
wherever some money involved, I'm worrying about it.
They go that Philly. There you
I
go,
might
bro.
need a loan. I
See, look
might
at
need a
that.
loan. But it's just, it's just like I said, bro, they couldn't survive. I know they wouldn't listen. Bro, listen. These dudes, man, these dudes ain't and then they throw these labels around. I was in Atlanta, they was drawing straws about who's gonna stab a rat. Actually draw straws.
I remember,
Like I said, Beaumont a whole nother level, dude. I would have said you wouldn't even came out on the yard. Cause there's some dudes, alhamdulillah, I was forced out. I left y'all. That just ain't in my thing not to be on no compound. But there's some dudes, man, cold gangsters that said, man, I ain't coming out.
yeah, I
And I
remember that.
respect it. You seen that before too, right?
40
Yeah,
people pull up only three will go to yard, other 40, other 30, what how you say, 37 going to the shoot. I ain't
and
never
we
here.
riding down there together, dudes like it's whatever. I look around, it's 5 of us out of 30 going to y'all. I'm like, damn, what? Dude told me to my face. I just talk. Listen, my homie, I ain't going. I'm like, damn, I ain't going, homie. I ain't hot enough and I ain't told nobody, but God, I ain't going. You heard what he said? We need knives. I'm going, I'm going in the shoe.
Yeah, bro,
I'm
lying
going
on
in the shoe.
the bro.
I'm going to the shoe, bro. So, like,
I remember,
I just
it was a dude from Louisiana got stabbed up in the face in Lee County because the DC ran him in the cell and tried to rob him, and he tried to fight him back with a little razor, but they stabbed him all in his face. And when Lee County, when some of them brothers got shipped over there, he come looking for me, but I was already gone. And I'd be like, a lot, not talking about him, but a lot of people that talk a lot of rah-rah, when you came to that compound, you come looking for me. Automatic, oh, gangs from New Orleans, oh, he over here. Your homeboy, oh, what's up, man? You know what I'm saying? They all come to the compound looking for me. And once they figure their way out, now they got a little chest out there. Oh, all right, it's cool. But yeah, they ain't gonna trick me out my spot, though. Nah, I like it out here better. I lock
you
down, feed up. I can control that right now.
it
Yeah,
bit you got 2 years in already?
I got 2 years and 7 months in.
Alhamdulillah. I ain't
Yeah,
time got wings, bro.
man, ain't
Time
wait for
got
no.
wings, bro.
They don't wait for
Time
no.
got wings, bro. And
How long?
you you come straight to the compound. What, the roof blew off your jail or something? How you get down there?
They had a tornado, that hurricane. That hit our jail, and they shipped us there. That's when I met Big Jihad, Ty from Philly. Um,
You come
what the
right down there with your stuff. Yeah, I just talk. Yeah, you come on over. Yeah, your home. I ain't know they married now with kids. I ain't gonna get into that. I ain't getting into that. But
yeah,
listen, you listen. You come right down there with the nonsense, man.
yeah,
You
I
come
was
right
young.
down there with the nonsense.
Hey yo,
We
what the
listen, man. I don't wish that stuff on my worst enemy, man. I just wish these young dudes wake up, and I wish they wake up, man, because it's all a trap. It's all a trap, bro. It's they dealing from the bottom of the deck. It's all a
remember?
trap, man. It was all a trap from the beginning of that game when they dropped that crack bomb in the early '80s, all the way up to now with these switches and whatever. You're gonna wind up in federal prison, man. It's just not a it's not a environment conducive to you. A lot of y'all not gonna make it home. You're not gonna make it back to your family going to them federal prisons because um you may be if you in your own state, you're not gonna have to worry about being a initiation for another gang member from another state. You go to the feds, you don't know, man. You might be somebody, one of they what they call shot callers might tell them, well, go stab this dude from so and so, man. And you want to earn you never experienced nothing like that. Cause you're around dudes from your city when you go what's the big jail in Louisiana?
Angola.
Yeah, you go to Angola, you ain't gotta worry about nobody creep. I mean, you might have an enemy, but you ain't got to worry about no other race. You know what I mean? Doing what they did to the little brother. You ain't got to worry about that. You ain't got to worry about the brand, Aryan Nation. You know what I'm saying? What is called the Pisces, Northern Nathaniels, La M.A. You don't have to worry about Bloods, Crips, because y'all don't even have that stuff down there. You know, you go to federal prison, man, it's a different animal. It's just a
Man.
different animal, man. It's a whole different animal. And the
Well,
other thing I want to clarify, hold on, lastly, I'm going to start needing y'all to put disclaimers if you're good at federal prison, man, and you wasn't in no pen. You
what are we
wasn't in
doing?
the pen. If, no, if you wasn't in the pen, start keeping your opinions about federal prison to yourself. Because them FCIs and them lows and all that, man, they sweet. They sweet. I'm just starting to hear about. Matter of fact, I don't even know they be having any violence in FCIs and lows.
Some of them like Yazoo FCI, Polak FCI, certain FCIs they are rock and roll. Certain one, not all of them. Certain one, because
What's a rock
guys
and
come from,
roll?
like they have knife stabbings. A few people that got killed because guys come from Polak Pen come over to the medium. You know,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Like guys come from Beaumont Pen go over to the Beaumont medium.
And then I don't
Yeah,
know if you heard, we opened that joint up. They say McQuarrie one of the worst joints in the system now.
yeah, man. And they split the yard, all the fences up now.
Somebody
Yeah.
gave me that game recently, man. They said somebody called home. I said, what? Man, I remember what all the doors wasn't on the set. I opened that joint up 2004. We was calling straight through. We got to make our own menu down that joint. And y'all came down there and messed everything up. But
Yo, Big Jahai had the kitchen on lock.
man, listen, on Smash, on
Yeah.
Smash.
I remember you used to make fun of me too, bro. When I had the clean shave,
I used to make
you
fun of you.
remember you holler. Remember last year around the time you was with them nation, and now look at you now. You always want to crack the joke about where I come from and all that. Man,
Oh,
man.
listen. I gotta find the pictures, bro. Listen. You done had Shahad under your belt so long. I forgot you came near selling bean pies and final calls, man. I forgot. I
Y'all
forgot.
don't start that plan, bro. Tell you.
No,
Y'all like
listen.
big
No,
pie.
listen. You would
Like them big.
literally run over there and get I don't know who this iron was made by you had, but you was argumentative. You was trying to, but you no. I look. I'm like, man, this boy got his. What's up with this boy, man? This boy got the clean face. Like, what's up with him? They talking about no, he. I'm like, I said, alhamdulillah, this boy took shahada. This boy's out of control. You want to argue about everything? No, the brother, the good ministers. I'm like, man, what is you talking about, man? Yo, y'all was terrible, man. But shout out to them brothers. You know what? Listen, I'm gonna tell you something about the nation. And my brother who brought me into the fold, one of my best friends, Kamal El Hadi. It's my brother, 30 something years. This brother brought me into the deen. He done been all around the world. He told me this, and I never talk bad about the nation again. He said, Salim, listen, when the Nation of Islam came into existence, that's what our people needed. Because that brother, Elijah Muhammad, for all his faults as far as religiously, he got a lot of people cleaned up off dope. He gave the nation gave people hope. It gave them something to believe in. Back in when it first came in, and when I looked at it from that perspective, I became less argumentative about what they be doing and what they be saying because it was true. When I look back in the history, I'm like, damn, he cleaned up the streets single handedly. He did. He came at a time when Black America needed him. So I really don't have nothing bad to say, or like I used to be real argumentative about the nation, but I really once my brother put it to me like that. Not saying that we condone the teachings, but some of the stuff, far as what he was saying about the black man in this is correct. It's correct. We could use a little bit of his, not the key to part or the belief, but like, far as the eating and the diet and the stuff he was saying about, I don't want to get your channel striked about other races was true, bro.
So let
It
me
was
ask you this.
true.
So if you feel like that, do you go over to the masjid, to the temples?
What? Those to be lie. I didn't. You ain't listen to nothing I said. You trying to make a joke. I said that my brother told
I
me
asked you a question, man.
I ain't seen a temple in 30 years. I don't even know if they got no more temples. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, what I'm saying to you is, do you agree with his point of his point of view?
No,
You
don't
don't
try
believe?
to get.
Well,
Listen, man. Don't try to get me to feel how you feel. I listen. I almost want to indulge in that. I'm on the Sarot almost the king, and that's
all
just
right.
what
So
it is.
you told. So
Hey,
okay. So
man,
all
I'm
right.
gonna,
No, I'm to lie. I'm not. I'm saying so. You totally disavow any teachings, any and all teachers from the nation.
yeah.
Boy, you can rate. Listen, you talking about this interview? You all
You
right?
ask me a question, that's what it is.
Huh?
You ask me a question, that's what it is, beloved.
All right, alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah.
Okay.
I'm not,
I follow the Salafi Salaf, man.
ain't no doubt.
Akala Sunnah wal Jama'ah.
Yeah, you eating good, so I can tell you don't be eating the navy beans and rice and all that like the brother. You ain't on the navy beans no more because you was slim when I.
You always want to play, bro. What I'm saying. Now you just talk about me playing, but you
I'm
come
talking
right
about the diet. We both on the listen, bro. I know you know the dean. I've been around you. I know you know the dean. You picked up the dean. You picked up the dean like this. I was surprised. But you probably knew it all the time. And I think part of your drag was to hide what you knew, for your own benefit. You know your face wasn't supposed to be shaved. And I think you knew all that stuff, bro. Y'all was coming up that joint. I didn't know y'all was greased down. I said, what is he talking about? Man, this boy, you marching. Your joint all starched up. You got, man, this
say,
boy got creases. Yo, why you used to wear creases in your khakis?
say, say, there you go, you're back to it. Well, we just trying to
Shirt in
square.
your pants. I'm like, man, what's up with this dude? Man, this boy, what's up with him? No, the ministers, man, get on out of here with that stuff, man. I'm really glad, man. We come a long way. But
Say, bro.
yeah, the kids, you got that thing you always say at the end of your interviews and state, no, man, I want these kids to have a fighting chance out here, man. I want these kids to have a fighting chance. I think that the brothers born in the 60s and 70s. Well, I'm gonna go back to the 50s because they can still be alive. The 40s. I think we did enough time. And like I heard a judge say when the crack law changed, he quit a couple of judges because they said they gave out too many man years for that crack cocaine. I think we did enough man years for the next generation that they shouldn't have to be in jail and away from their families and their children. Um, the people that love them, man, is just a dead end street. And I just hate these suckers, man, that use the younger generation. Because I see a lot of that too. The ones I'm talking about rewriting history, they really got the dudes thinking that they was out. No, you was hiding. You wasn't even on. You was hiding. You wasn't on no street in the 90s. I don't care what city you literally waited till everybody died and went to jail, and now you rewriting history with these kids like you a hell of a fella. You know what I mean? Like yeah, I was in there and man, you a dude. I'm like, man, dudes coming home. Somehow they was in Beaumont and they leaving out the part that they was in the FCI. You ain't never been in no pen. I heard a couple rappers say, shout out, like, what this dude, what penitentiary he was in? Man, that he was in the, they like, man, man, that boy was in the camp, man.
Because they'll
He need,
confuse people. They're saying Beaumont in general, they'll confuse you. Oh,
it's a
first thing you think,
complex.
right.
Beaumont is a complex for those that don't know. I don't know if they still have the camp, but as a low, a medium, huh?
But every penitentiary is going to be a camp. You ain't notice that? Every penitentiary, you got a
Allenwood
camp.
don't have theirs no more. They discontinued it. You was then when they had it. I didn't. When I came in early 2000s, they stopped having a camp up Allenwood.
But let me ask you this:
Hollywood, huh?
but if the pen go on lockdown, who gonna feed them? It's always the camp that come over there to do all the food and stuff. That's why they always got a camp
Oh,
by a pen.
yeah, I never thought about that. You know what? And when I got released, a camper took me to the
Yeah,
station.
that's I've been peeped that. I say every pen got a camp right there. Cause when they go on lockdown, the camp is the one that come and do all the cooking and feeding the food. Yeah.
Did the camp when you got released, did the camper drive you to the state airport or the what's the name?
Nah, I was still. They didn't want me around no campers. I was too. Nah, for real, cause I was next door to the female camp. You know they ain't gonna let no broad bring me to no airport. Yeah, we'd have pulled over. Yeah, who'd have been like, say, bro, come on, man, you got me out there. I'm just saying, bro. I was
It's
next
good
to the
if you can't listen. Oh, you was next to where you get released from?
Mariana.
What that was
Yeah,
your second trip there?
man, why'd you interview me? I'm interviewing you. Which one?
All right, go ahead.
Get
I
on.
just was trying to get. No, I'm trying to
Yeah,
find out. I ain't know this. All
Mariana
right,
had.
Marietta.
By the time I went back, Mariana had it switched over. It had a lot of dropout gang members there, or the drug program. It was like smooth selling there. I was like, that's where I need to be.
All right,
Yeah.
so you left. So you left Macquarie and went there.
No, I went to Yazoo.
Okay.
Then from Yazoo to Jessup. Then from Jessup to there.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah,
Alhamdulillah.
had to break it up
Yeah, you
real
gotta
time.
you put it together, man. When you come on up, man. Um, you figure it out, man. Cause what happened with the to my interview? What happened with the movie thing?
I'm trying to get it together. You know, I gotta get a few more dollars. That costs, and I'm only grinding on YouTube, so I have to put a little money to the side. Gotta pay the bills, but yeah, man, I gotta get that money together. I need the funding. I got the
Funding,
I
right?
remember, yeah, I remember how the old head he home now, Jesse K for the Calio. He said, you know what your prize said? What? He said, you long on ideas, short on cash. That's how I am out here. I'm long on ideas, but need that money, man.
You know
You
that's my guy from. That's my guy from Beaumont. Yeah,
yeah,
Sonny, my child. You take. He made it out.
yeah, but he been on some. He got on. I think last year he got a. I know he had an Instagram channel where he was talking his motivational talks when he was in the halfway house.
Oh, that's my guy. He was always on the same unit. He
Yeah.
matter of fact, we used to talk about you a lot. Yeah, he was in the last unit with me on the bottom tier. Oh, hey Jesse. Yeah, tell
Yeah.
him yeah,
Blabber.
gave my side.
Yeah, Blabber be
Good
talking to. Yeah, I can get Blabber to get his information for you.
good dude. Real good
Yeah.
old head, man. I'm glad he made it out because he was way older than me and you 20 years ago. What, in his 60s?
Yeah, and still in shape.
I know he
Still.
is. He was in touch. Yeah, he 1 meal a day boy and all that like you was. Yeah, he one of them guys.
Why you gotta sneak that in? Like, what's wrong with 1 meal a day,
You
brother?
don't look like you eating no 1 meal a day no more. You eating good.
Uh, yeah, that's over with. You gotta understand when you in that penitentiary or you in prison altogether, you got to have your body. You got to be ready for war.
Ain't
So
no
you
doubt.
can't all sloppy, all out of breath. But boy, when you get out
Right.
here, but it's too many restaurants, too many sweets, bro. All that in the penitentiary, all that burpees, let that stay there. I'm out here now.
So,
When I'm
so
in,
you saying you ain't did a burpee since you been home?
no, I don't know how to do burpees. No, man. It's a love burpees. No, not at all. Don't get.
Yo, it's crazy how society had you moving fast, right?
I got a workout channel. I was on that plan on there doing some fake burpees, but like how we used to get it in burpees, like for an hour straight burpee. Nah, man. I might do that. I might go get back on that, man. You can talk.
Don't
I'm like,
do it. You like this internet money you getting?
yeah, of course. What you mean?
Okay, well, don't do what you trying to say you're gonna do because it's gonna end abruptly, real in the split. Yeah, bro, it's called a heart attack.
No, listen. I got to work out to keep myself in shape to keep from having a heart attack.
Yeah,
So I
but you
might.
don't start. No, you don't do that with no burpees and all that. You don't jump right back on no. You can't stand no burpees right now.
This is what I'm saying. I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna do the whole hour. Like I know I can't go out prison, but I know I can take my time, do a few of them. Okay, Red, do a few of them. Come on, let me handle this, man. That's one thing about me, man. When it's time to get in shape, I'm ready for that. The combat, the
Right.
strategy, I got that. But
Right. You got
but
the
listen,
whole blueprint. You got the 1 meal a day and all that damn pack, so it's gonna be easy for you.
man, here you go with this here 1 meal, bro. Listen, bro, I'm enjoying it right now. I'm at the restaurants, I'm at the buffets, I'm in the McDonald's, Popeyes, churches. I'm there. You hear me? I'm on every
Hold
corner,
up,
bro.
hold up. They still got churches?
Yeah, they got churches. Yeah, church
Philly
got the
used to
most.
have them. I ain't seen none. Oh yeah, they probably got no. My neighborhood had one. I ain't seen no churches in forever. I ain't seen no
No,
churches in forever. Growing up, we had that and Gino's Chicken. Y'all probably ain't had that, but I ain't seen one in a while. They probably still got them, but they like disappeared. Like a lot of the fast food franchises all over the country, they disappearing.
why you say that, bro?
Yeah.
You
They
think
just
they trying to keep?
not from, huh?
You think they trying to keep us in shape? I mean, keep down all the sugar or something?
No, you just can't. That what's the name came out with a whole new business model, and fast food restaurants can't keep up with them, bro. That Chick-fil-A, they a monster. They a monster, bro. They
I don't
get
must.
so they you don't like it.
Nah.
They don't even open up on Sunday. You know that other fast food restaurants that's way older than McDonald's go to them and they train them in hospitality and all that. That's how much money they getting.
Yeah, but they don't open on Sundays. I heard they Christians or something.
They Mormons,
Oh,
but
okay.
they still. But listen, just like the streets, they don't gotta open up 7 days a week. Each store still doing 3-4 million a year. So you do the math. They doing 50. They doing 50 or 60,000 a week each store. That's
Mm.
without opening on. That's without opening on a Sunday. They got a gold mine going on.
So how you been paying attention to that, bro?
Because they always see they like the people try to be sarcastic and all that and say dudes that was in the street could have ran, did this and did that. No, I always read and I just wasn't no street dude. I was a bookworm before the streets.
Oh, I know they used to wear them thick glasses in the Fed. You had them big bifocals used to wear.
You are,
Well,
but you don't. I used to wear what?
big old thick glasses, them bifocals. What they had? You brought them home? Say- when I used to come out to the yard, I said, "Wow, with them big old thick." I had to spot you down there. You know, my unit was I was in 5B, and you
You
went. I said, "Hey, what'd you do with them thick glasses, bro? Did you bring them glasses
man, I
home?"
left them in R&D. Soon as they said discharge, they tell about you taking these with you, man. You don't get that.
Homie, you should have never. Why would you turn your back? Them glasses got you through your bed. Them big old thick things. You had them things was thick too. I was
Was
like,
they
man,
is they real thick?
yeah, I used to wear them Jones too. I said, man, look at him. Man, he think he's far away with that stuff on. You had your little Philly swag going with them thick glasses. I said, man, he down bad. But you know, let me. Oh, where the brother at? Who's the box? Rise him. Where he at?
I talked to him. He's doing excellent.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah,
Alhamdulillah.
I talked to him. He's doing excellent.
That's
Yeah.
good. I see. He be training and stuff. I used to hit him
Who
up
that?
on Instagram.
Yeah, he doing. Yeah, I told you I lost all my contacts. You wouldn't. If the big fella wouldn't have called me, I gotta track their numbers. I gotta track all them dudes' numbers back down. I lost my contacts about a month ago.
Yeah, how you
You ain't
did
talked to
that?
the big. You ain't talked to Had.
Yeah, I talked to him the other day.
He
Oh no,
still doing.
no, he hit me about a month ago.
All right. He
Maybe
still
about
got this restaurant thing going.
I don't know. I know he was doing some other stuff. I'm not sure. But he did hit me up. We did talk briefly. Yeah, yeah,
All right. Yeah,
yeah, he all
because
right.
I couldn't get the number from nobody. You know, I called down there to Tennessee. He didn't have a number. We still can't find. We can't find baby bro from Detroit. I gotta
Right.
um I gotta get on my job, man. I don't know where baby bro at, man. I'm sick about that. Um, but alhamdulillah, somebody saying he overseas.
He been over
So
there a long time now, about 2 years now. I've been home 2.5 years.
he was back. I talked to him since I've been home. I've been home 14. I talked to him, but 2010, you was still in jail. You ain't
Duh.
yeah, you was still in. 2010. I mean, yeah, 2010.
You been home
Yeah, I've been home.
14 years?
Alhamdulillah. Grace and mercy of Allah, man. Alhamdulillah.
Man,
Alhamdulillah, man.
14 years. Man.
Straight. Allah is merciful, man. Surely Allah is Ar-Rahman. He's Ar-Rahim. You know what I mean? And for me personally, he's out to wild, the one who has accepted the Toba. And, I'm still a work in progress, man. But the Lord know my heart. Yeah, I've been out here 14 years, bro. I paid my dues, bro. I ain't nobody like it's dudes like, you already, dudes don't know this. You been home. That's why I always ask dudes. They be like, how long you been home? You done already beat. I found that out in the halfway house. You done already beat the odds being home 2 years and 7 months. They got a chart that when you do that much time, you was in almost 30. They had you going back in like 6 months.
Yeah, I seen that when I was in the field. I remember that chart you talking about.
Yeah, they
That's a
had you going back in. And I couldn't believe it, bro. It was dudes in the halfway house, man. They was doing. And I said, oh, that's what y'all be talking about. And the council was like, yeah, dudes was going back from the halfway house after doing dimes and dubs. We
I
had a
don't never.
dude in the halfway house. Listen, we had a dude in the halfway house did 10 years with law. We thought he was going to work every day. He was robbing banks again.
Man. Say, bro, I don't care how bad you get for me. I ain't going back. I'm not selling drugs. I don't know. I got a taste of this side. Oh, y'all want to stay over here? I don't want to go back to jail, man. No,
You know what
indeed.
it is, man? Like, I'm gonna tell you something about prison, and this is what these kids need to know. We lived backwards, and what I mean by that is from a personal standpoint. When I was supposed to be graduating high school, I was on the run. When you supposed to be coming out of college at 22, I was in jail. When you supposed to be getting on with your life and figuring out what you supposed to be doing, I was in jail. We lived backwards. We live back. When I say like this, I seen a cat. I didn't click on. We was talking about some money or something you left in the know you. I still ain't get to watch the video, but I told my friends this. This how crazy we are, and this how we program. When I was coming up, it was like 8, 9, 10 of us. I just rounded off to 10 of us. We wasn't no gang. We from the same neighborhood. And I was telling my man the other day. I said, we got it on the ground floor when that thing dropped 84, 85, 86, 86. We was in the street. I said, we blew through millions of dollars and didn't even realize it. By the time we was in the penitentiary, we had literally touched, counted, and blew through millions of dollars and never even blinked or thought about it collectively as a group. Because I don't know how y'all do it down there, but when we started off, it was 25 off 100. Well, one of us, if it's 10 of us, you might run through 2, 3 G packs a day. That's 7 days a week. You figure it out. This when you first starting off, and it's 10 of us. Or you getting paid by the week, 1,000, 1,500, 500. You stealing all week. You know what I'm talking about? But when it came, we were so impoverished growing up, and we didn't have nothing that we went through the money on the clothes. You wanted to be fresh. You know what I mean? You went through it on the cars. A lot of dudes blew money on jewelry. And, you look back now, dudes been in jail 20, 30 years. They were so young they went in, but they lived a life of a grown man. So now you out here, you fully developed your mind. You don't want to go back to that penitentiary because you was really a kid when they took you off the prison for that life sentence. You really was a kid.
And
Mentally, I mean.
let me
But you
just
was living like a grown man though.
let me just say this to you, bro. We ain't pushed no packs. Ain't nobody could give us no. You couldn't son us, even though we was young.
Yeah,
We
I
was,
hear all that. I started off taking packs and all that, but we can talk that talk if you want to talk that talk. We can talk that kind of talk. So I
I'm
don't
just saying,
listen.
push pack, 25 or 100. They couldn't
When
try.
man, when I listen, we started off 12, 13, getting 25 off 100. Y'all, okay, we started off 12, 13, getting 25. I'm not glorifying that stuff, man.
I'm just saying, I don't want to glorify, but don't be trying to talk about what we did. Y'all did that in Philly. Y'all got sons.
Yeah, we did that in Philly.
We ain't
We
playing
did
it.
that in Philly. But you know something you want to talk about later down the line. We can talk that talk too, though. If you want, what I mean, you want to talk that talk.
I'm
You
just
know what
saying.
I mean?
I just
You know
want
what
to
I
correct.
mean?
I just want to correct you.
We on the live. Me and you on the live. People in New Orleans know you. People in Philly. No, listen. People in New Orleans know you. People they gonna type in. We can talk that talk when you want to talk that talk about that paper. Once we, you know what I mean?
Listen, I don't want to talk about no paper. All I'm just saying is this: we ain't do no 25 no 100. They couldn't play with us like that. I'm just saying that's what it is. A man when he came to me talking about here's a pack. What? I would up that is work. You did. You coming to me about no pack and all that other stuff.
Yeah, because you already was throwed off. I wasn't throwed off at you. See, you was throwed off already. I wasn't throwed off.
Hey yo,
I seen it. Y'all know whose station you was on. By I don't even get into that, man. By the time you was throwed off, I wasn't throwed off. You was
you
throwed off at 13, 14, 15.
look, God got me together though. That's all. That's alhamdulillah. I'm ready now.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah,
Alhamdulillah. You read the hadith, or I know you read the hadith about the 99 men. So you
yeah,
good.
yes, a
So
fact.
you good. You
Nah, nah,
good. You know what
yeah.
I mean? But yeah, bro, it's just my thing like you doing, it's working for you because you not glorifying. That's what dudes mess up. They come home, you want to glorify. Ain't no glory in that story. Ain't
You
no
know what?
glory in that story.
When they come home, they think they're gonna come out and get their block back. Them the youngsters ain't playing. You
No, it's a long line. Listen, let me tell you the secret. It's crazy how you said 14 years, 14 years. I get that a lot. Let me tell you the key to this stuff. A lot of dudes go back not just because of recidivism. Say like a dude did much time as you. Why you bitter when you come home and think everybody owe you nothing? Let me tell you something about friendship and dudes you just know. Little Italian dude told me while I was doing my dime. Jail is like an x-ray machine. You learn about yourself and the people around you. So I knew I had to come home and latch on to something and find me some good folks to be around and all that and not be bitter because you'll go right back thinking a dude owe you something. You'll get stagnated. Somebody owe you this. Oh, my mom ain't do that. My friend ain't do that. No, you wish them people well and you do your own thing. That's the key to this. Finding your own way. Coming home and thinking somebody owe you something about some decisions you made. Life is about choices. Ain't nobody tell you pick that pack and that gun up or them birds. Ain't nobody tell you to do that. You know what I mean? And dudes come home and think the world owe them something and the bitterness just eat them alive, bro, and you make a mistake. Because you're trying to prove a point. You still him. I'm gonna show y'all. No, you ain't the what you gonna show yourself right back in a cell or the graveyard. So the key to this stuff is don't nobody owe you nothing, man. Now I ain't come home and let the same snake bite me twice. I didn't do that. You know what I mean? If I felt like you was disloyal or that you didn't do me the way I would have did you, I just stay away from you. It ain't no bad blood though. It's no bad blood unless you try to make it some bad blood. Because I don't know if you experienced this yet. Dudes that you don't mess with no more since come home from prison, they try to make it like y'all beefing or y'all enemies or something.
I don't experience that because I don't give them no ear to act like that. All my beef online. I'm an internet stepper. But the thing is, I think for me and them, I stay out their way. Call me
Right.
cop, I'm free. So I'm gonna stay out your way.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And that's the key to this stuff, man. You got to get that bitterness out you. Um, you get a certain age, you can't be talking about it. Your mom and dad fault. You ain't got this, you ain't got that. You just gotta, like what we say in the penitentiary, you gotta be on man time, and you're gonna be out here. You know what I mean? And whatever's decreed for you, good or bad, is already waiting for you. But you can get in the way of that, man, making some bad decisions out here, man, because we live backwards. If you try to go back, because I'm gonna tell you what dudes do. They put on a good front for the camera. They talk a good game, but in their mind, stuff ain't moving fast enough for them. It's not moving fast enough for them. They used to fast paper. So they make a mistake, or they wind up doing something to one of these young boys they ain't got no business, and it's lights out. I stay out their way, bro. That's how I was. That's my formula. I stay out their way. I don't try to use the young boys, and I don't try to be around them. And no, they not my peers. They not my friends. I don't try to hang around no kids and all that kind of stuff, bro. A lot of dudes came home and they gone.
Facts.
They gone. They ain't around no more. A lot of them that I did time with, they come home trying to, man, you can't be playing with these youngins, man. They got the ball now. They faster than you. They young. They come around with the mask and them hoodies on, running 100 miles an hour. You turn around, put your lights right out.
That's a
Ain't
fact.
playing no games. You gotta respect them and they respect you, man. But when you try to mess with the girls they mess with, party where they party at, they lose respect for you. they lose respect for you, man. So, you know what I mean? They ain't got no problem looking up to no older guy, taking advice from them, long as you don't try to steal they shine and be where they at and doing what they doing, because they gonna lose respect, man. This old head, man, he soon as they gonna, they gonna watch, listen, oh, he still think he wanted, he one of them. So I'm gonna get my name off him. I know what to do for. I'm gonna do old head dirty. You know what I mean? Then I'm gonna be, I'm gonna be the one walking around talking about, yeah, old head, I put him, I put him right to bed. Y'all see it. So, but yeah, man, you gonna make it.
Already made it already, beloved. He was a
All you
couple.
need to do is get to the other side, huh?
Yeah, yeah, yes, sir. It was a cut of a law for me to be
Yeah,
right here.
you gotta stop internet beefing, huh?
No, that's how I make my
Yeah.
living, man.
What, being Mr. Answer right back?
Yeah, man. They know what it is, but I know how far to go because I have high school students watching my channel now, so I gotta be careful what I do, what I say. But certain stuff I can answer respectfully, and do I really let money in. But
Okay, so
yeah,
so you done got the thing down to a science where you know your demographics now.
big facts, yeah. And you go when you go on YouTube Studio, it tells you the age that's watching you and all that. What city rep?
Wow.
Like,
Wow. So
yeah,
you ain't got no choice but to impart a good message.
yeah, man. They on my top, man. They watch it. They on me, bro. Yes.
That's a blessing, man. If you can save just one life, man, it's a blessing because dudes ain't trying to do that, man. Like I said again, I can't emphasize enough. There's a lot of dudes our age range that's rewriting history and leading these kids down the wrong path, bro. The stories
Yes.
I hear, I'm like, when did he do that? When that happened? He told you that? He told you he did what? Yeah,
Yeah.
my own head told me he. I'm like, what? Like, man, I ain't gonna, man. Listen, but yeah, man, we're gonna have to figure something out, like something permanent, city to city, state to state, to help these kids out, man. I ain't trying to. I'm tired of watching the news, man. These young boys throwing their life away. What's that? What that say? Cowboys. I ain't even gonna pay what I just seen no mind. Let me tell you something. I know that don't stand for dollars, Cowboy. You know a thing, man. I tell my old head all the time. He Dolphins fan and all. Anybody from a city that be talking about it, now he pay y'all no mind, man. You say I don't pay y'all no mind, man.
So you want me to go with the Saints?
I can't use that on you because I know you probably been to a Cowboys game.
I went live from there too.
Yeah, I can't use it on you, but a dude from a city, you ain't never even been to a game.
Yeah, I went live for the game. I let them know I'm in the building, y'all. Yeah, yeah. I went
Man,
live.
you from
Oh,
Philly, man, you from Philly talking about you a Rams fan.
but listen, I got a little homie. I got my little homie played for Philly. So when I gotta, because me and him talk. Greedy, he a cornerback. He come from LSU. He played for Philly. Well, he was with the Browns, and they traded him over to Philly. So that's family there. So I'm gonna be cheering for him. But
Oh, we on TV. We on TV right now. We
oh
playing in
yeah,
Brazil right now. We playing Brazil, playing the Packers as we speak.
okay. Greedy. See, remember the name Greedy. He from Shreveport, but he come from LSU. But he played for the Browns, and now he over at Philly.
Is he starting?
He got he a big dog. Yeah, he knows he's starting. That's all we come from Louisiana is sports people, rap, sports, and them steppers. That's all. That's where we come from. Money,
Y'all don't have no rappers.
but I don't do respect us like that. We got the best rapper, one of the best rappers alive that come from Louisiana.
We'd be a whole nother hour. That's a big misconception. Not
All
the
right, tell
one
you
you
what.
told. The one.
Tell you what.
Hold on. Is this the one you told me walk in the yard, Zach? No, he ain't from no Louisiana. He from. Hold on. Let me. He from Holly Grove. You not talking about him, are you?
Man, Holly Grove is Louisiana, New Orleans. See that?
I mean, from New Orleans. You know what I mean?
New Orleans, Holly Grove is a hood
Hold
in New
on,
Orleans.
slow down. This shit, is this the one you told me in 2005 that he's not from New Orleans? You talking about that rapper?
Say the name, put an address on it.
You said Wayne when I asked you about him. You said Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne, born and raised in New Orleans. Holly Grove is in New Orleans, brother. You done forgot, bro.
That
You done
ain't how
got
you
old.
put it.
You done blew a fuse. I say he went from the Magnolia Project, but he's from Holly Grove, which is New
All right,
Orleans.
okay. So if you talk about him, you say he one of the best what?
One of the best rappers alive.
It's unbelievable. So you one of them guys that think Eminem one of the best rappers too.
I think Eminem is. Yeah.
I don't know where y'all get y'all criteria from, bro.
Well, give me your top three, brother.
From any generation?
Here, no. Yeah. Just go in generation. Okay.
Okay,
Oh,
you're not. So
no, do old and then do new.
if you listen, I'm gonna give you my top. And this one, he gotta be in the top 3 because he's never said a curse word in almost 40 years. You know what kind of mental
Rakim.
Rakim. Rakim, Nas, solo artist, right?
Well, yeah.
Rakim, Nas, LL, Jadakiss, Tupac, Biggie.
I like LL, right? But I'm gonna take LL. I would have to take LL out of that lineup.
How? 40 years. Got an
That's what I'm
album
saying.
coming out this week.
I understand, and I know, and like 50 wrote some of his songs too. But I'm just saying this here. LL is not no lyricist. LL was one of a party music type of guy. We talking about. I'm gonna put Beanie Siegel in LL spot.
You ain't let, that's only 6. I'ma say Beans. I'ma
I'm
say
gonna put Beanie
Beans.
in LL spot, man. Stop playing.
And listen, I'ma say Beans, ain't no doubt. Beans one of the best to ever do it. But when you still listen, the reason why I take the dude from down your way out of it, when you talking about name one song where he told a story.
He got too many of them. I can't name one. I just so his
He don't
catalog
got
so
no
big.
songs with. Well, I don't listen to them. I don't listen to them. But the stuff that I did hear, I was forced to hear when I was down. He don't
I'm
have
gonna tell
no. He don't have no story.
I'm gonna tell you why you don't listen to him, because y'all guys up north, that's what y'all always had something to get the south. But let me just say this here, bro. Um, you because yeah, you're gonna be real biased, and I understand that. But up north, my up north is Beanie Siegel, Jada Kiss, and now they're my top 3 up north. But when you talk about down south rappers, bro, like man, we
No,
sick
you
with
got when you talking about down south. When you talking about down, I'm not. Don't say y'all do. When you talking about down, okay. When you talking about down south rappers, you gotta put him in there. It being saying, I'm not saying he's not a good rapper, but when you talking about one, they be putting him in. They be talking about the greatest MC. How do these dudes skip over Rakim and get to an Eminem and a Wayne?
because Rakim before all of them time. So you gotta look at each generation gonna be okay, this our time right here. Rakim wasn't
Well then,
bumping doing
put a disclaimer on and say by generation then.
okay, I'll go with that. I'll go with that.
All right, they don't say that.
So let's go to generation. So you're gonna put Jay-Z, you're gonna put Wayne,
No, no,
Nas.
no, 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 no. Jay-Z not in their generation. So you going, if you talking generation, you talking Rakim, Kane, LL, Slick Rick, Coogee Rat. Then you going Nas, Tupac, Biggie, Jada. Oh man, I don't and Scarface.
You ain't putting
Scarface.
Jay-Z with them?
So who should I take out of there?
Or you putting where you putting Jay-Z
No,
at,
I'm
man?
gonna tell you this. You just reminded me of something. You right. When we start going into the 90s, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to scratch dude because he only had 2 albums before he passed away. So I'm gonna go Nas. And listen, you gotta say this. You can't put his body of work exceeded him passing away. He still was dropping albums. Tupac, you still gonna put Tupac in there. So I'm gonna go Nas, Tupac, Scarface, Jay-Z, Jada. Now we talking Wayne generation. He in a class by himself, bro. I can't even think of nobody to put with dude.
You got to put T.I. with him. What you mean?
All right, T.I.
Then you forgot about Goody Mob. Come on, bro. You
I ain't
forgot about
talking about groups. I ain't talking about no groups.
all right, Andre 3000. He went solo.
I ain't listening to a word of no Andre 3000. I don't know what they be talking about. I don't know what I don't know one song.
J Electronica.
He got that one joint. That's your homie, man. Man, these dudes, you might as well say Vanilla Ice if you gonna talk about one-hit wonders, bro.
Say, bro, you always did wear that good, bro.
Listen, let me just say this before you start your jokes. Now when you put it like that, now we name generations, Wayne in a class by himself. So all right, let me ask you this. Do you throw Jeezy in there with Wayne?
No, because Jeezy like a more of a party, have fun type of trap music.
So what is T.I.?
T.I. lyricist. T.I. gonna have you some stuff that you like, okay. T.I. talking that talk.
Damn, I'm still missing my man. So where Beans fall in there? Where Beans at?
I told you that's how I do mine. I do up north and then down south in my west coast.
So what you gonna put Bun B in them in there?
No.
Damn. And I forgot about my man. See, that's what I'm saying. Y'all throw me off with the Wayne stuff and the Eminem. I forgot about Cube.
That's the west coast.
That's
Cube
the
got
West
lyrics.
Coast.
But you got MC Ran. That's who had the lyrics as well.
For a couple albums, though. I'm talking about consistently. Cube been consistent 40 years, man.
People favorite, but lyrically, MC Ran, man.
So you had a personal thing with Homeboy, so you just not gonna mention his name when you say down south, huh? You just gonna exclude him, huh?
Come on, don't play. You know that man like mystical, yeah. But you know, Goodwill, Master P, what no lyric. Don't do that, bro. You ain't no lyricist.
Let me hear
Don't
you say,
stop playing. Say, bro, listen, bro, I gotta go pray. Who you want to shout out somebody when we get out of here, bro?
Yeah, man. All the brothers, man, that we left behind the wall, definitely. That's still over there doing time. That's the whole, my crew, they know what it is. I ain't gonna say their name because they don't be like, that's my brothers, man. All my brothers, man. My brothers. I already said one of their names, but my brothers that I'm close to. You know, I had no friends, man. I got all brothers. All my brothers, man, is watching this. And my cuz, the big fella, area ass finest, man. And yeah, that's it. That's all.
You don't want to post your phone number?
I look like Mike Jones, man. I call you back, man.